Fire occupies room 426 and has reserved the entire two-story unit. Two Phoenix firefighters want to get water where the fire started. They call it offensive mode. First, until this. Defense now as the one firefighter falls to the ground. The one still standing can't move, and he's holding a hose, gushing gallons of water a second. The two are okay.
The fire spread so rapidly.
CBS 5 News photographer Todd Jackson was here as people started running from the building. He got these shots. That decorative roof was the fire's passage around the building. Firefighters had to attack from above to take back control.
See, there's the flames again. Some shooting up out of there now. And then back on the back, it starts shooting up in there. That whole building's gone.
Tipping home, Steve.
Peter, the man who lives in that damaged house says he believes, based on the amount of water he saw standing in buckets around his house, there may have been 6 to 8 inches of rain that fell on this local area during the end of last week, rain that ran down into the creek that used to run alongside his house and now runs underneath his house.
Well, we heard some strange sounds.
In the dark and pouring rain, Mort Copenhagen and his wife could hear the danger.
And I knew that the foundation was beginning to wash out.
The couple left the house Thursday night before this chunk tore away, leaving the second-story bedroom dangling.
But it was running at such an incredible speed. They said it was running faster than the Colorado River.
The speed and power of all the water chewed away at least 40 feet of the creek bank.
You could see all the furniture sliding towards the outside wall, and I was like, this is not good.
Just before dawn, Copenhagen and his relatives made a mad effort to save what they could. Driving this front loader into 4 feet of rushing water, he propped up the damaged floor.
We went in there and hauled the stuff out while he sat out there in the water.
With the house now condemned by the city and no insurance to cover the $1 million loss, Copenhagen says he'll move on.
And the way I look at it now, I think the good Lord was helping me get to my next step in my life.
So there will be no rebuilding of this damaged house. It appears that if we get heavy rain at the start of next week, the rest of that bedroom may fall in from the second story down into the water. It seems unlikely the entire house will go in. We're live in Cave Creek. I'm Steve Filmer, CBS 5 News.
Jose Miguel's been checking this out. And Jose, can you smell anything right now?
Well, Mari, I can tell you that when we first got here, we could tell that there was a faint odor in the air. I will say that when the wind kicked up, it got a little bit stronger. Now, we did happen to find someone who could smell what was going on, and this is how he described it.
It's a little bit like rotten eggs. You know, when eggs are going bad or something, it's just not a sickening odor, but it's one that will really get to you after a while.
Now, Miguel tells us that he first noticed a strange odor on Thursday. At first, it kind of worried him because he wasn't sure if it was coming from his home or somewhere near him. He tells me after inspecting all around his house, he wandered a little bit further down the street. That's when he ran into some Southwest gas workers, and he says they explained what they thought was causing the smell.
Well, it was natural gas. I mean, I've smelled natural gas. I work construction, so, you know, when they hit a pipeline or something, I recognize the smell, and that's what it was. So I went next door where they had just replaced the gas line, and I told him about it. He said, yeah, we just purged the line when we hooked up the meter. He said, that's what you smell.
Now, I did check with Southwest Gas. They tell me that they have not located any kind of gas leak in the area. So as far as they are concerned, there's no need for anyone to evacuate or for them to be any concern in this particular area. But they also say they will continue to check on this problem. They're going to try and locate what may be causing this particular smell. And as soon as they do, they'll try and get the problem situated and fixed. Live here in Phoenix, Jose Miguel, CBS 5 News.
Well, Catherine, there's no one here now, but just a couple of hours ago, there were upwards of 500 people here paying their respects. And with the recent events of Deputy Ruben Garcia getting seriously injured on the job, this vigil was all the more powerful for Deputy Coleman's family, friends, and fellow deputies.
Obviously, Deputy Coleman's son is in our pack, and it's something that we'll probably remember for the rest of our lives.
Cliff Brace of Boy Scout Pack 431 was one of hundreds who came out Tuesday night in remembrance of 20-year MCSO veteran Bill Coleman. He was shot responding to a call in Anthem in the early hours of January 8, 2012, by a man in a minivan police believe was responsible for 2 other murders as well. Coleman left behind a wife, 4 kids, and a heartbroken community.
Not only did he patrol this area, but he also lived here.
As MCSO and Honor Guard paid their respects,
Ready, post.
as a deputy read a letter written by Coleman's wife.
There's so much that we didn't know a year ago, so much uncertainty. How to live without a husband.
And as MCSO Fox 1 helicopter flew over the somber crowd, another deputy lay in the hospital, another victim of senseless violence.
And our prayers go out to him and his family, hoping that he recovers.
And also tonight they unveiled a memorial in the name of Deputy Coleman, so anybody who walks by this area or drives by will remember his ultimate sacrifice. We're live out here in Anthem. Lindsay Reiser, CBS 5.
Great day, darlings. Thank you so much.
Mickey Denny may have her name on the sign out front, but she and her husband Dwayne are known a little differently by the staff.
Well, she's my mama and he's my papa.
Mom and Dad?
It's just that's what she is, you know. She's got the heart side of Mississippi.
Mickey and Dwayne's generosity has grown into a bit of a legend in Apache Junction.
Best food, best service in town.
Really?
Right here.
When so many businesses are scrambling to close early on the holidays, these restaurateurs open their doors wide on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
How you guys doing?
Welcoming anyone with an appetite and a desire to be among friends on a day when no one should be alone. And even more amazing, Mickey D's offers full course meals on both days for free.
What really touches my heart is to watch her when they're coming in. Oh man, I tell you, it just, to see the look on her face when all these people come in, yeah, I get tears in my eyes. Yeah.
We get more out of it than they do. They get a meal, yes. But you know, we get the memories year after year after year. Mickey lives to give.
Barbara Jackson is one of Mickey's regular customers and best friends.
Mickey and Dwayne are givers. Some people are givers, some are takers. Mickey and Dwayne are givers. If they saw a need, no matter where or what, they would do their best to fulfill it.
But Barbara is well aware that one of Mickey's greatest pet peeves is people lavishing praise and attention on her. So we weren't quite sure how she and Dwayne would handle a pay-it-forward surprise.
What are you doing?
Dwayne, you too. Dwayne, darling. No, it's both of you. Come on.
What are you doing?
Mickey, Dwayne, I'm sure you're both aware CBS 5 News has a segment every week called Paying It Forward. You struggle to keep your heads above water, but as you told me, it's so important to you to give back to the community that supports you all year. So therefore, on behalf of CBS 5 News and me, I wish to present you with $500. Spend any way you want. We love you so much.
Thank you so much. What is that? Thank you so much.
As advertised, Mickey refused to take any credit, pointing out that her staff donates the time and many of her customers donate food. In fact, before the money could get hot in her hands, she donated it to the community women's shelter. The only thanks this mom and pop need are crowded tables and big smiles in the dining room on Christmas Day.
We have not had a family Christmas in many, many years. This is my family.
If we can make somebody's holiday happy, that's all we ask.
Table or a booth, honey?
Pat McReynolds.
A booth? Right this way.
CBS 5 News.